Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Oris Aquis Clipperton Limited Edition. And right off the bat I want to remind you we're here at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And they recently became an authorized retailer of Oris and are soon going to be an authorized retailer of Grand Seiko watches. So I know that many of you guys are fans of Grand Seiko watches, especially the Snowflake. So I look forward to reviewing many of their watches in the very near future, probably the next 2 weeks or so. So now let's actually just jump into this piece. So as I said, this is the Oris Aquis Clipperton Limited Edition, and what differentiates this from the standard Oris Aquis is the dial and caseback. So as you can see, that dial has just this beautiful blue luster to it. I can't even begin to describe it. It is far different than sort of a cheaper sunburst sort of look that many sort of special editions tend to have. This looks extremely high quality. It looks almost like an H. Moser & C style dial. I know it probably isn't to the extent that to the quality that they do things, but it definitely has that appearance. And another reminder, next week we're going to be reviewing a H. Moser & C Perpetual Calendar Pioneer, so definitely stay tuned for that, and I look forward to seeing that watch, as I've never actually seen an H. Moser & C watch in person. They're actually sending it straight from New York, so I very, very much look forward to reviewing that and to hearing your feedback on what you think of that watch. So now back to this watch. I just wanted to give a couple quick announcements about the future of the channel there. So this watch, again, it is the Oris Aquis and has a 43.5 millimeter case, which is slightly large. It probably wears more like a 42.5 millimeter. It at least looks like it. And it is completely made of stainless steel. So it has a very sort of strong appearance. It is so high quality, I can't even begin to describe it for the price. It's $2,000, but it is approaching the quality of an Omega Seamaster. I'd say possibly exceeding it in some regards, especially with regards to the bezel. I just love how it's constructed on this piece. And moving on to the bezel. So it's got a 120 click bezel, which would be very, very useful for diving. It is unidirectional. The lockup is absolutely superb. It far exceeds anything kind of in this price range. If you are considering buying a Longines Hydro Conquest, I would probably recommend you stay away from that and purchase one of these instead. It just has a completely different feel with regards to its quality. And I know this is a little bit more expensive than the Longines Hydro Conquest, but it is definitely worth it. I can tell you that right now. This is 10 times better. And now kind of moving on to the technical aspects, this watch has a 300 meter water resistance, so it's definitely made for diving. After all, it is the Clipperton Limited Edition. And kind of in that regard, actually, on the case back, it has a diagram of the Clipperton atoll with its GPS coordinates, which looks very, very nice. So, and again, this is in support of conservation of that atoll and making sure it stays there for divers to enjoy. So I think that is really, really cool. This definitely isn't kind of an overdone special edition of a watch that is so common with watch companies today, namely Omega. I don't mean to be picking on Omega that much. I have an Omega. I have actually two Omegas. I love the brand, but there are some things that they do that are just a little bit silly in my opinion. So now I'm going to try this watch on. The buckle is pretty nice, or clasp, sorry, is very, very nice. The finishing is superb. It's got both brushed and polished surfaces, and one thing I really like about the clasp is it has this little bit of perlage on it. They didn't need to do that, but they did instead, which I don't think on any watch in this price range you'd see anything close to that. Probably the nearest in price watch that has that on the clasp is an IWC. And I think that it just gives kind of a high quality feel to the overall thing. I know it doesn't make any difference with regards to its functionality, but it just looks extremely nice and like they were really trying to design the best watch possible. So it does, the clasp actually does have micro adjustments, which is very useful for especially diving. They're very easy to use, very high quality feeling. So basically everything on this watch feels very high quality. The only thing that feels a little bit cheap is the bezel, as I previously demonstrated. It's got kind of it doesn't move around very easily. I just don't like how hard it clicks. It's not, actually I shouldn't say it's not high quality. It's just, I don't like how it sounds. It has great lockup and everything. Many of you would probably love it, but that's one thing that I would probably change. To make it a little bit, I would want to make it a little bit more Submariner-like, where it glides a little bit more, but that's just my opinion. So now I'll try the watch on. So the 43.5 millimeter case size is pretty much perfect. Again, it wears slightly smaller than that, so definitely keep that in mind. I think that this watch would look good on pretty much anyone's wrist, unless you had a very small wrist. And I only say that because if you had a really small wrist, it's likely that the crown and the crown guards would probably poke into your wrist itself, so keep that in mind. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe and share. Thank you.